So folks, we're back in the hangar. What my way to do, I'm going to wait to change the spark plugs. On climb out that last day, I got a little bit of what I would say was a hotter. Now, I know the plugs were needing changing because I didn't change the plugs at time when I installed the engine, but I've got a new set of spark plugs now, and we're just going to wait to change the plugs. But another thing I did, I actually leaned the aircraft or the carburetor out a little bit by moving the main needle in the carburetor. So in other words, I dropped the needle down one notch to lean it out. Now, not just a clever thing in the winter time, you're better with them, better leaving them a little bit richer. So it could have been a case of carbicing that I got a hotter, I don't know. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pull out the spark plugs, have a look at them. I'm also going to change the spark plugs, but I'm also going to move the needle to make this engine run a little bit richer, especially in the winter time. More fuel gives you less issues in the winter time, in the colder temperatures. So I'm going to richen it out a little bit by moving the needle, and I'm going to change the spark plugs. So first of all, I'm going to remove the cowls. I've done all the Zeus fasteners, they're ready to come off. I'm going to remove the cowl, remove the shrouds round the cylinder heads, obviously pull off spark plug leads, and then what I'll do is I'll pull out the plugs, have a look at them and see what I think first. So that's the plan for today. So here we have the new shiny plugs and the ones that came out, the black ones. So the top, the electrode top of the plug, I've got to take all these off and put them on the top, because obviously there's not an electrode plug cap on the top of the new spark plugs. I've checked all the gaps, 0.53 with the feeler gauges. I just checked them just now with the feeler gauges. So they're all within tolerance, so I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to wait to swap over the caps on the plugs, and then I'll get them stuck back in. Just a 5-minute job, so hey ho. So what we've got is all the plugs is in, other side as well. Plugs is all in place. One very important thing to do, because these are aluminium heads, always screw the plug in as far as you can with your fingers. Never ever put any sort of socket, spanner or anything. It should just go all the way in, like what I'm doing just now. Thread it in with your fingers, because aluminium heads are very, very easy stripped. So that's all the plugs in and tight. I've also tightened the caps in the top. They are guilty of slackening. Same at the other side. The plugs are all in finger tight. The caps are all tightened with vice grips. I've seen a lot of that caps come slack, and it causes ignition issues. But we'll get the spark plugs torqued now and get the covers back on, or the shrouds back on, and we'll get the plug leads back on. That'll be ready to start, apart from we'll still have to do the carburetor. Now folks, just an update. Spark plugs is in place. The plug leads, the shrouds is back on, the plug leads is back on, both sides. And I have found a very interesting thing here. What have I found? Well, I got a wee hotter, as I said, just a misfire on climb out. And I was going to wait to change the needle on the carburetor and richen it up a little bit, because I'd leaned out the carburetor ever so slightly by moving the needle up by, sorry, down by a groove. So I decided that I was going to wait to do this and move the needle back to its original position. But when I put my hand in here, look at that. Now I hope you can see out there. Distributor cap is slack. Yep, distributor cap is slack, and I'm wondering why I got a hotter. Huh. Well, that would explain it. There's probably no need for me to change the spark plugs, but they were due changing anyway, but it doesn't matter. But guess what I'm going to wait to do now? Tighten my distributor cap. Guys with Jabiru engines, make sure everything's tight, that's all I can tell you. Because although the engine wouldn't have stopped, it certainly was misfiring with that. In fact, that distributor lead is hanging off the other side as well. What's going on here? Never mind. We'll go and tighten up the distributor cap. It's blowing a gale outside, so I won't manage to take it out and actually run up this engine, but hey ho, occupational hazards once more.